Welcome, guys, to the We Don't Know What the Hell We're Doing podcast, because we don't know what the hell we're doing. We don't have a name for it yet, but we're planning on it as soon as this podcast is over, hopefully, or maybe we'll have an epiphany in the middle of this podcast and we'll find a name for the podcast. I said that too many times. So we have me, Zupple, Kenny, Riot, Mike, and Bubbo.
About 8 years ago, I started my YouTube channel, and I did a shit ton of horror stuff. I started off doing a lot of crazy-ass, stupid-ass shit. If you want to check out my channel at the YouTube channel RiotRey, you can find me being absolutely shit-faced trashed. I would go through 3/4 of a liquor bottle and play Dead Space 2.
Damn, holy shit.
From start to finish, I knew that game so well that I just started saying, fuck it, I'm going to get trashed. And I have a whole series on that. If you guys want to go see that, it was obviously during my younger phases. I'm 31 now. Again, like I said, that was 8 years ago. You guys are more than welcome to go try that out. I don't upload anymore, unfortunately, but I start to see some activity on there and you guys start commenting on it. I might start uploading more.
There you go, some incentive. So I'm going to introduce myself. A lot of you guys on this channel already know who I am because I've been with this ScaRy channel for ever since 2013. I've uploaded onto my channel for about 8 years to almost a decade, and just a lot of different shit. A lot of stuff that I've just felt comfortable uploading, like Left 4 Dead series, Funnies and Fails, which is like one of my most popular series on my channel, and a lot of Gotham City Imposters, which I try to keep alive, but that game is fucking horrible in a good way. I don't even know if there is a good way to say that, but in a good way. But if you guys want to take a look at my stuff as well as what I stream, I'm over at dlive.com/Zupple. I somehow got the Zupple tag on it, so thank God. And if you guys want to see a lot of my VODs and a lot of clips, head over to my Twitch channel at Zupple. We have over 1,300 followers over there. A lot of cool stuff to take a look at that. And my YouTube channel, Zupple, again, try to get Zupple across the board, and that way it's easier for you guys to take a look at me. What about you, Kenny?
I don't do shit.
Don't do shit? Well,
I've shown up in a couple of the old ScaRy videos. If you really go probing through them, you'll find me.
You did a story time with ScaRy.
I did do a story time with ScaRy about when we mooned Dakota. If you want to look that one up, I actually commentated over, I think it was Google playing some PS3 Call of Duty Ghosts. Good God. But we were doing ScaRy story time, and we had a couple people do it. I know you did yours about the 2 hoops thing.
Yep.
Depending on how long the podcast goes for, you might hear that story again. But I've only shown up in a couple of videos. I have a channel of my own, youtube.com/Project Darkour. I've only made like 7 videos, and I haven't uploaded it in 3 years.
Well, that's 7 more than 0, so it's a good start.
Yeah.
and Mike, you've streamed a lot, so over at
yeah, I just started off fresh actually on Mixer/Dabstar, and I was streaming for like 4 years before that on Twitch with like 200 followers. But other than that, yeah, starting fresh with Mixer now.
Do you have any VODs over on your Twitch channel?
Yeah, there's a couple VODs that are just mainly test streams, but they're about 2 to 4 hours long, so there's some content over there at Mixer.
Well, cool. And Bubbo, you have a lot to discuss when it comes to your stuff.
Your boy has a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bubbo2000. Lots of Minecraft stuff over there. Part of the head of the ScaRy SMP. But we'll probably talk about it in a little bit. On DLive I stream 7 days. I did a Minecraft stream the other day too. I think that's just search up Bubbo on DLive, you'll find me. Yeah, I've been in ScaRy for a long time.
Yeah, you have. You've been in ScaRy for Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
since 2014, I think.
I forgot to mention that one too.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, everyone in this podcast has been associated with ScaRy at one point in their in their lifetime. That's why we're here. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. But
Jake himself has gone by many other organizations as well.
yeah, every single organization I've been a part of, I somehow ended up in a leadership position, even when I didn't want to be. It's a fucking curse. But
Jake is one of those goddamn professional people who can't stop being professional.
yeah,
And it's my job to throw, like, not like a wrench, but like a shopping cart. and not really like into the gear shaft, but like at his face. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, where it counts, where it's gonna
Yeah.
stop me.
where it's
Yeah.
gonna hurt.
like, to a lot of people who may watch the streams, yes, I will come off as an asshole, and there's a specific reason for that.
Because
Anyone who's known me long enough is reason one, I am an asshole, and reason two, I probably care about the person. So,
That
but
is true.
still. All right. So finally, now that everybody's out of the way, Mike's just smoking fucking pot. We can move on with our fucking
Yes,
Hell yeah!
Alpha 18 of 7 Days to Die. Jake, I have put about 500 plus hours into 7 Days to Die. Jake, I want you to check your 7
Rookie
days.
numbers.
Oh my God, Jesus.
I want you to check your hour played
Oh
in
shit.
7 Days to Die.
I never closed it. Hang on a second. Let me do that right now.
Looks like 654.
Oh wait, just give it a minute. It'll update in a minute.
Really?
Hold up. We're still waiting.
Waiting for fucking what?
I
It's
forgot
got
to
to update
close
for the
it.
last game session.
I forgot to
I got
close
150 hours if it counts for anything.
it.
It
We're
does.
Just, we're just gonna round up. So about 670.
Motherfucker, you've been playing that game 150 hours more than I do, and you asked me for fucking help.
Believe me,
Mm.
a lot of that time was forgetting. It was me forgetting to close the game.
Pew,
Probably
pew, pew.
about 100 of those hours.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I bet I have like 150 myself if my PC didn't explode.
Yeah, that was a tragedy right there.
Well, Alpha 18 is something that is going to be coming out hopefully sometime soon. Now, there were streams on it about it because the developers had released certain earlier versions to certain streamers, because 7 Days has certain streamers that they allow the game
Yeah.
to be played with. But
Bruh.
they are not in its finishing stages to be released out to the public yet. Me and Jake and Kenny and Mike, and for some reason there was like, I feel like there were like 2 other people that were with us as well during those early stages.
We did have Lily for a little while.
Frosty.
And Frosty, yeah.
Frosty was near the end. Frosty was like at the end of like 16.9.
Yeah.
Whatever the last 16 alpha was. I'm talking about like alpha fucking 14.
Dakota, we
Like-
had Dakota for a little bit.
There was Dakota
Yeah.
too.
Move Lice
Um,
played with us for a little while. Too.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's right too.
Gang
Yeah,
bang the bear.
Australian- Yeah, that's right too. So
God.
we have put a lot of hours into this game. We have done a lot of shit, a lot of it cool, a lot of it dumb. There was a point in time to where I had an entire electrical grid that was fucking flawless. We had spike traps, we had
Yeah.
blade traps, we had stuff you couldn't even believe, and we spent so many hours getting to it just because of that. And seeing what they're doing with Alpha 18 gets me not only suspicious but also intrigued. For one of the biggest updates that they're doing to the game is they're getting rid of the experience for doing things.
Really?
What?
I am being dead ass serious about this. They are working on, I don't know if it's going to be an Alpha 18, but they said that they want to work on future builds where, for instance, like how mining got me like fucking 35 fucking levels. They want to do away with that. What they want to
Wow.
do is have a different set of this experience gain system. So, for instance, you will be able to craft level 7 tier quality products again, and the quality will be integrated with damage again. But in order to craft that tier 7 quality, you will need to be able to find another schematic, just like in the olden days, where we couldn't build anything unless we had a schematic. Need to build a gun? Gotta find a fucking schematic.
Yeah.
You need to build a crossbow. Gotta find a schematic. There wasn't a schematic for a goddamn compound bow until fucking 3 or 4 years later when that was just a thing. And we're like, we can make fucking compound bows now. Holy shit. Like that was like a rare oddity to find. And like every
Yeah.
buddy that was in those servers back then would not only be selfish fucking pricks about it, because you would just see some dude like walking around with a compound bow and you're like, dude, what's your archery level at? He's like, like 1. Like, dude, mine's at like 30. Like,
Yeah,
hello?
I'm taking a look at the Alpha 18 dev clean thread right now. And there's a lot of confirmed features such as a book overhaul. So just like you said, there's going to be a lot of new books coming out.
So, for instance, the different types of skill points, instead of, well, I guess, in order to talk about this more, we should probably introduce it for those who haven't played it. It is a very, I don't want to say outdated, because it is and it isn't. But these people have made this engine in this outdated system, but they have integrated newer features onto it. So, since Bubbo is pretty much the newest guy, since he got it and he played with us, everybody that jumps into it is fucking confused as shit, because
Yeah.
it's not Minecraft. You don't take this and do that and do this thing and do that thing, because it's not that buttery smooth yet. There's a lot of old school features like going through menus, crafting items, doing certain things to get certain ways to get to a certain point, where even Mike, who has played for 150 hours, is like, you guys just fucking make shit. I'm just here to loot.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Because it gets pretty fucking in depth with it. Now, somebody like me, Jake, and Kenny have played this game for a long time, and we want to build guns. We want to do that. And one of the biggest issues with playing this game is not only the starting point, but for the simple factor of one dude needs to be intelligent. One intelligence man. We need one dude to get his intelligence fucking high enough, as far enough, so we can get a forge going. And this alpha 18 build, well, okay, I can't go into it yet because, again, when you start off, you can't really do shit. You have a stone axe, and that is pretty much everything you use to build, to get resources, it's pretty much everything. You get a stone axe and a stone shovel, and that's pretty much all you got. You want to whack at something metal, you don't have a pickaxe yet because you're not level 15.
Yep.
So fuck you.
And in order to kill something, you either have to craft a club or a basic bow and arrow.
Which they have integrated better melee features. It's not as bad as it used to be.
Oh my
Oh god, I remember
You-
having to install Valmod to have decent melee weapons.
You would have to like run forward, hit them, run back. There was like almost no stun at all for them. There was stun for you, but not for them. So
yeah, like the smallest hit to anybody's character. And this, and again, way back in Alpha 14, in order for you to get experience, because there wasn't a skill tree yet, you had to get hit a shit ton of times.
Yep.
And that's how you got your fortitude up. You had to get hit a fuck ton of times. And even before that, you had to eat meals to increase your health.
Oh yeah, the wellness system.
Right. So like, again, this game is used to be all over the fucking place. Like, in order for you to get better with medical gear, you had to fucking craft bandages for everybody. So, you know what I mean? There was somebody that was doing this, somebody that was doing that. Nowadays, it's a lot more refined than it used to be, but still, getting the forge in 7 days is pretty much your prime fucking feature. When you get in there, you find a house, you find a place to bunker down in. It doesn't matter really where it is. Anybody who's played the game long enough, you find a place, hunker down, gather resources, find shit, loot shit, mine shit, get your levels up, get everything going. Once you have a forge going, you're pretty much set for a while.
Yep. I'm looking at the forums right now, and Joel Hunick, who is he's more of the spokesman for 7 Days to Die when it comes to showing what the new features are and everything. Yeah. And I believe he's the lead dev. Somebody said, "I love bandits, hot naked male beefcake bandits," and and then Joel responds with, "Day one mods probably. I want CVBE support for 7 days." And if nobody knows what that is, It's
It's a Skyrim adult fucking
yeah,
mod.
yeah, that's what it
Turn
is.
them into sexy bitches.
That's
Oh,
right,
I've had some crazy Skyrim mods, dude.
dude. Some of them
You know,
fucking.
Did anybody else
beast.
have the Thomas the Tank Engine Dragon?
Oh my god,
Yeah, I've
yes.
used that.
That's like That's like beginning level shit right there. You have to
I
have
actually
Thomas
just-
the Tank.
I just
so
started playing that game.
so if people are hearing this, they're a little confused as to what I'm talking about. You're gonna have to play the game at least a little bit to get into it. I played it alone for the longest fucking time, and then for some reason I started working with Jake a long time ago, and then he introduced me to all these other fucking people. I'm a fucking recluse. I don't like people.
We
But-
actually met you through Garrett.
Yeah. Yep.
And Garrett actually introduced me to Jake at Friendlies.
Yes.
Because Jake just kept talking about Garrett, kept talking about Jake, and yada yada. I was like, all right, Jesus Christ, let me meet the dude. He's a cool guy, man. He's a cool guy. I said, all right.
Sounds so much like
Jesus
Garrett.
Christ.
Yeah, it does.
You know
the
what I mean?
context.
You know what I mean? Like, so, anyways, in Alpha 18, they are reintegrating everything. There's a brand new perk system. The first
Gotcha.
thing that I found in Alpha 18 that I have absolutely loved. Remember, I was talking about the intelligence guy, some guy that could not up any of his damage, couldn't do any perception perks, so he could be like part of the horde. No, if you were intelligence, you were stuck with fucking intelligence. You did nothing but make traps. If you wanted to go out and loot, well, fuck you, you're dead. Because the higher the days go, the harder the zombies get. They turn into ferals. There's runners. There's irradiated zombies. They get harder and harder and harder the higher and higher you go.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have just an intelligence guy with nothing in fortitude, nothing in strength, nothing for perception, you're just stuck inside a base just making
That's gonna
a
be pain
house.
in the ass.
In Alpha 18, they flipped it, and I fucking love it. If you want to be a gun guy, be a fucking gun guy. There's a gun nut perk now, where if you want to use guns, you can make guns.
Which
Fucking
is awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Making
Fucking
guns is gonna
amazing.
is so huge because you don't have to find the gun parts.
You don't have to
make
find
it,
the booklet to learn how to disassemble and reassemble it.
and you couldn't even make the gun parts before you had to find them.
Yeah,
Right.
was just
So
like-
now
going out and looting and shit.
So now the more you do now, because again, I don't know, but the more stuff that you do and the more stuff that you're that you would do normally, the perks that you're gonna get are gonna be based on that now. So instead of having an intelligence guy with no health that just builds stuff, he's probably gonna be out of the loop now. I think they've taken the entire intelligence tier and just snapped it right out of fucking existence. It's
Yeah.
now embedded into each and every other skill tree. So there's a little bit of intelligence for every other skill tree, and I absolutely love that.
It's gonna be something new to learn, and I love that.
Yeah, something like that is something that I, for one, love to get into games about. I'm not a guy that plays free-to-play games a lot. Like, it has to be really in-depth, like Warframe. I love Warframe because of how fucking in-depth it is. They throw you in a ship. There's no fucking explanation. How the fuck do I get this? Who the fuck do I want to be? What fucking armor thing do I do? I love that shit because it's a game. You should figure it out. It's like, I love that type of shit. And with 7 Days to Die, it's a lot like that. You want to pick it up and play it, you can try, but you're going to have to put some thought process behind everything you do because I played the intelligence guy for fucking ever. And Jake, on our last couple of playthroughs, he wanted to be the intelligence guy. I said, go ahead. And I told him, I said, dude, if you're upgrading that shit to concrete, you better make fucking sure, because that's fucking 5,000 health. And you ain't got the strength for it. And of course, fucking about a day or two passes, he fucks everything up. He wants to destroy half of everything that he's built. I said, I told you. Because you literally, if you want to build a straight up reinforced base, you can do that. But the zombie AI has gotten crazy fucking cool. They will pinpoint the single most block that has the weakest defense point, and they will all go after that like a can of fucking mayonnaise.
And it'll make you rethink each thing that you've done and
Yeah.
your shit's gonna be tight after that. But that was a lot of discussion for Alpha 18. Alpha 18, I can't wait for that shit. I really can't wait for that because I know me and Ryan are just gonna be me, Riot, Bubbo if you have the time, and Mike are just gonna be fucking going at that shit.
And not only that, but the fucking demolition zombies are going to be added in as well.
Yes.
So there used to be spider zombies. Spider zombies used to crawl up walls. People didn't like that because they wanted to be up there, so they got rid of. Spider zombies are still in place. They just don't crawl up walls. I don't know if anybody remembered that game at that point in time, but I do.
You'd have to compensate and like make overhanging blocks for that, so that way they get stuck and they wouldn't.
Yeah, that's where like you'll see people still do like the iron bars on the side of the walls and everything.
Yeah, that's how me and like Riot and Kenny like learn how to do that. Oh my god, fucking voice cracks.
Holy
24 years old boys. Can't
Just
be editing that out.
Just so everybody knows, Jake's Adam's apple is like it got kind of like stuck behind his nostril cavity, so it's trying to drop, but
it just can't.
Dude,
and he's got a really bad medical condition where his second testicle is like halfway into his lungs.
Dude, my balls dropped at like age 13, and then somewhere along the line during basketball season, I got kicked, and it went straight up into my chest.
They turtled right back up.
Yes, they did. Fucking hell.
So we all apologize for Jake's Adam's apple. It hasn't really gone down yet. It should be, out a little bit. You know what I mean? But
all right,
it's
so
just something you guys gotta deal with.
So Bubbo, I was meaning to ask you, how is the Minecraft SMP going?
All right, it's going really good right now, actually. I mean, we got a ton of members already, and honestly, I'm still looking for a few more at this point. But we've gone pretty hard in the last week because it's been up for about a week now, and we're all killing it. We have a bunch of diamonds, a bunch of good stuff. We're all working on some builds. I'm actually about to start working on my big build. I got a few things I'm going to be working on here soon, but it's going really, really well.
What episode are you
on? I'm going into episode 3 right now. I'm doing a lot of off-camera stuff right now because no one wants to watch me dig sand for 12 minutes. Yeah. So I'm just doing a bunch of stuff off camera right now and trying to prepare for my next episode. Because next episode I'm working on my big projects because that's kind of my goal. I want to be making some super huge auto farms and stuff. And then hopefully soon enough we'll get into where the players will be interacting more because we'll be doing shops and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that works out soon.
I got a really interesting tweet when I tweeted out the weekly recap. Somebody quote tweeted it and said, "Watch out for those Valor fans."
Yeah,
from the Valor SMP, and I'm sitting there I thought it was oh, they're gonna go and dislike your stuff, so I'm just we got a problem, take it up with Bubbo, and then he's no, just posting memes. I'm oh, okay, well, I guess some friendly competition will be good.
Yeah, so basically I have right now I have 3 members from the Valor SMP, because I don't know, apparently just people aren't super enjoying it, I guess. But a few people wanted to move over, so I have a few of them right now. All great dudes. But I mean, there's no it's just a little friendly competition. There's nothing huge behind it. It's not any drama or anything like that. But yeah. So I mean, a lot of them are still doing that SMP and our SMP, and I'm fine with that. As long as they're doing both, it works out.
Yeah, as long as they're having fun.
That's what it's all about.
Yep, because a lot of people that are in ScaRy right now are either in another team or they're working with another team. And before that, we remember back in the day, it wasn't. I didn't have it like that. If you were in ScaRy, you were in ScaRy. You weren't with other teams. But the organization side of things, I can understand it. Working with other people, networking, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, and until you're huge, then I mean, why worry about it too much?
Yeah, definitely, because there's no contracts right now. No.
Exactly.
See, this is something I want to bring up. Is why aren't, and Jake, I'm bringing this up because it's a controversial subject.
Right.
But Jake, why don't you have a collaboration channel with a bunch of members from ScaRy?
Well, it's something I've been thinking of actually, and it's something that I want to set up. This podcast was one of the first things that I wanted to that I was thinking of when I was actually thinking about doing collaborations with other people. And I'm definitely going to do it on my channel. I have a couple of videos planned that are going to be either Gotham related or 7 Days to Die related. And I just want to make sure that we work with each person in ScaRy and get them working with each other.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because a big issue about YouTube, and everyone talking about making it big, is just for the simple fact that nobody's really been collaborating. Nowadays, everybody has a fucking YouTube channel. Everybody's trying to do something, get something, make something. The whole reason why Jacksepticeye got fucking huge is because he made 4 videos a day for like 8 years fucking straight, every day on fucking time. And that's how he was talking about it in one video where he was like working 80-90 hour weeks, just straight wake up, video, render, out every day, all day, 8 years fucking straight. And for a lot, especially in this day and age, everybody has their own YouTube channel. Everybody's got their own thing. So that means that you got to sift through all this. I don't want to say garbage channels, but everybody's got their own unique channel, and everyone's like, "Yo, dude, I'm fucking unique, bro. Like, I'm the fucking vape guy. I'm the fucking dab guy. I'm the guy that plays video games." Like, the one thing that I find is very interesting is the fact that the Angry Joe show and how it cultivated to what it is.
Yeah.
Where he got a bunch of his friends together, and each of them work on a separate project. Somebody does rapid fire reviews, somebody does straight up gaming news, gaming related stuff, and you still have the Angry Joe reviews.
It's all like on one channel.
That is fascinating to me because ever since he did that, his channel has grown exponentially. Not like crazy, but it took, for one, a lot of stress off of him.
It really did.
There was even a point to where people were like bitching about, oh God, Joe's not doing any more, of Angry Joe show reviews. Now he's doing all this other stuff. And Joe was like, no, I'm doing more things than just that. And he went back and he showed like all the uploads that he did. He goes, look, we did 8 reviews this year and 8 reviews this year.
I remember watching that video.
This year.
Yeah.
Right. And then, it wasn't until Joe just like laid it out and he's like, guys, I'm doing more than just that. I'm doing the same reviews in the same amount of time, but I'm doing stuff on top of that. And there's a reason for that. And that's because, for one, I know Joe was getting burnt out. You could tell it. Before he even fucking collaborated, you could tell he was working with a nostalgia critic. He was working with a few other people, just to get that, 2 famous YouTubers together. What a big surprise, and after a while, you get that burnt out feeling because somebody like Jacksepticeye, I fucking respect. I don't watch a lot of his content, but just for the simple fact that he has uploaded and done all that stuff is just insane because he didn't get burnt out. And when he got famous enough, he was able to take a break.
Yeah, when you told me that he did 4 videos a day, I looked back on when I was doing videos every other day and I was getting burnt out. Like, that's insanity.
Right. So in order to now you have to think collaboratively now, because for one, that Jacksepticeye did that, and that was 8 years ago. He has just now, I want to say within the past year or 2, maybe 3, he has just like left Ireland to go to the United States to go to certain Comic-Cons and YouTube events. He started to do stuff with the Game Grumps. He's just started to do that.
After that much time.
After that much time. You're talking over 30,000 hours of just straight being inside. If you watch some of his older stuff, he was having food delivered to him with drinks because that's all that he was fucking doing.
Wow.
So you have to like seriously consider the possibility, especially in this day and age, because that was 8 years ago. Now there is 30 times as there are 30 times more YouTube channels out there now because everybody's is pretty much in the position that we're in now.
Yeah.
Is we want to make it big, we got to do this, you got to do that. Okay, for one, you have to beat Jacksepticeye. That's your first goal. You let me know if you want to do that. Anybody wants to speak up and do that? 90-hour weeks, anybody?
It's a lot of weeks. It's a lot of
I don't got time
hours.
for that.
You know what I mean? You have to do more than that now. So the only way that a channel's ever going to grow, and like this, and this is some serious professional advice for you, Jake, is
collaborations.
Collaborate. Don't get
Yeah.
burnt out. Keep your creative influx at a par. You go too far with it, you're going to do the same thing that everyone else has done. I've had enough. I got to take a break. One of the most notable channels that I've seen that has grown is John Wolf, or what he was mainly used to be known as Harshly Critical.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He himself was doing the same thing that Jacksepticeye was doing, and he was really good at it. He started off pretty clean, pretty good. 5 years later, he did this video, and he's sitting there and he's like, look guys, I gotta take a break. I've been doing this for 5 years every day, do a game, edit it. And he literally says, because it's true, he goes, I'm doing gameplay footage and I'm getting kind of burnt out at the whole play a game for 3 hours, go into the video editor and cut. Because that's literally all that I'm fucking doing. Playing a game, editing it, cutting it, rendering it. Playing a game, editing it, cutting it, rendering it.
Not
He's
even
like,
having time to enjoy it too.
right. So
Yeah.
he was like, guys, I haven't even done any hobbies on my side. Like, I haven't been able to keep my his mental health up to par. I mean, when you stop doing hobbies, you know what I mean? You stop eating correctly. You stop doing the things that you used to do.
Yeah.
And I don't mean going out to bars, going to concerts and parties. That stuff still comes with all that other stuff, but you realize that
You're not on a schedule anymore.
yeah, that off time that you used to have to take and to just have a bit of an episode to yourself where you can realize all the stuff that's around you is gone. Somebody like John Wolf that was headstrong, and he is still gaining followers. I actually do support him a lot because he's like one of the most unique guys that has still in this day and age risen to where he's at now, and it's fucking amazing. But still,
As far as like collaboration goes with YouTube, I can kind of relate, at least recently, because for like I would say a year or so, I was doing just pretty much every day uploading a video, 10-minute mark, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But I would see little to no growth. I was maybe gaining one sub a day or every other day.
Yep.
But in the last 2 months, I've been actually like networking, reaching out to people, doing videos with other people. And in the last 30 days, I've seen over 100 subscribers come to my channel. So,
Mhm.
I mean, just a little bit of networking is going to grow anybody, really. I mean, if you're just doing stuff by yourself every day, you can get the same people to come back, but not necessarily new people will find you. Collaboration's all about, finding new people, meeting new people, growing
Mhm.
your name, getting your name out there. But
Interacting with
yeah,
their communities and getting to know
exactly.
them. Yeah. That's because
Exactly.
networking is the second most important thing you can do as a YouTube content creator. The first thing is to have scheduled uploads and make sure you're on time every time. That's
Unless you're me and you just don't have a schedule at all.
well, I can't, unfortunately. Like, you can have a schedule that differs, but you have to make sure people know ahead of time, so that way they can
Yeah.
adjust themselves accordingly. And that's something that I have to get to when it comes to ScaRy's upload schedule.
And that was sadly the other thing of how some of these YouTubers got famous. PewDiePie was a networking accountant.
Yes, he
His-
crunched the numbers, so he knows
Yes.
what he was doing.
His literal job was to compile data from YouTube and not figure out its algorithm, but gather just enough data to see where he would land on certain aspects. And I think that was like one of his college projects or something. And once he found this niche to where he fit in, bam, fucking
Took off.
he just top of the line. And the same thing happened with Jacksepticeye. He was also, I believe, an accountant, somebody who crunched numbers, or maybe he was one of those hedge fund trimmer guys. But he was somebody else that crunched numbers, and If you can think like that and you want to do that shit, that's great. But
that's a lot of time.
that is some serious, like, dedication. I mean, you got to face facts these days. In the old school days, you could be like the angry video game nerd. You can't have an episode come out here and there. But again, that guy also had a pretty sweet gig. He had his 9 to 5, and at 5 he'd come home and he'd, have fun, or maybe that was on his weekend. That's something that he would work on. If you see like some of the old videos where he was actually making videos and he actually transferred some of his old ass episodes onto VHS tapes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Way the fuck back there. There was one where he was talking about how he does videos. He has a whole VHS collection of his fucking episodes that he has. That's how far back the angry video game nerd goes.
Yep. Oh my god, dude. I've watched almost every single video of his. I know I've watched every single angry video game nerd of his. He's one of my favorite YouTubers on the platform.
That was something that began to become very reoccurring, was coming home and going to the office. Jake's watching Angry Video Game Nerd again.
That's right. Dude, he did a recent episode with Gilbert Godfrey.
Yep.
As Jeff Fucks, one of his arch nemesis, so to speak, in the video game nerd series. And it was hilarious. There was a point, like there was a take that they did where he was talking about how you can't criticize me. You literally talk about buffalo shit on your spare time. And Godfrey couldn't hold it in, and he started laughing.
Yep.
On the take, like they had to keep it. Absolutely amazing.
Again, go back to when the first episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd ever aired, and then look at the technology. We can render stuff now a lot easier because we have 8 16-core CPUs.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
When the Angry Video Game Nerd started doing stuff, he was on Windows XP.
Imagine how long that took to edit those. Insane.
He described it somewheres between 40 to 50 hours per episode it would take to render.
Yeah, he would write that down. Like he'd write down his times and how he could beat them, or how long each project took. It's insane.
He did statistical calculations, and that's another thing to do, because in this day and age, let's face it, there's so much fucking media out there for everybody in the world that it's hard for me to even find another like YouTube channel to watch. And that in itself is hard to get through to me, because when somebody says, "Oh yeah, you should check this guy out," I'm like, man, I got all these subscribers as it is, dude. You ever like, for instance, when I go on my PS4 and I have to scroll through all my subscriptions that I'm subscribed to, I get sick of it, because I'm like, oh shit, dude, that one guy uploaded a video like a couple months ago, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta sit there and I gotta scroll all the way fucking down because I'm subscribed to like 300 people, and there is like 10 million YouTube channels out there, and just if 300 is bad enough on like a media streaming platform as a PS4, think of how bad it would be now to get anybody to subscribe to you. I mean, you got people that are good with it. Obviously, kids are better with it. I'm not going to lie about that. Kids still know the technology far better than I do, and that shit fucking boggles my fucking mind. But still, like, that shit is just absolutely insane, because I remember when I had, like, maybe 10 YouTubers I was subscribed to. And now I found a few more, and then I found a few more, and then I found a few more, and I was like, I got to stop. I can't scroll through. Okay, all right. I got a buddy. I know him in real life. I'll subscribe to him, but that's another huge process that you also have to go through in your head. Is you can't be that. Who the hell is it? God, this is back when top 10 YouTube videos. And there was that one fucking guy. I hated him.
The top 15.
Just the top whatever fucking number it was, and then like everybody did top 10s. Watch Mojo did it, and then this guy did it, and then to top it all off, there was the most monotonous guy who talked ever, and he was like number 10.
Yes, chilled
Burger
from
King
top
foot lettuce.
chilled from
Dude,
top
that
15.
guy
Oh
is
my
so
God.
fucking cringe.
He kills me every
Like,
time.
I found one of his videos before he got viral with that Burger King foot lettuce, and I was just like, why the fuck does anybody watch this?
Like, why does he talk like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound creepy. It sounds stupid.
Because again,
It's
it's
so
another
monotone.
person. Yeah, because again, that's somebody who's doing the fucking statistics. He's reading YouTube's algorithm. He's trying to get into it. So again, he has to find that niche. He's like, shit, those top 10 videos are going. Okay, let's do 15 videos at once. And that's the only way he could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you look at his channel, he has probably hundreds of thousands of those top 10 videos. Maybe
And
tens of thousands.
Millions of views each, dude.
Millions of views each. And to get those statistics the right way, he played YouTube's algorithm. And he isn't at all you know, the best talking person.
Yeah.
He's got that voice that's like that girl that's always asking questions. Like,
yes.
you know, like
It always ends it with a question mark.
yeah, like well, I'm having a great day. You know, like I'm like, who the fuck is watching this shit? You know, and of course YouTube algorithm was like, oh, okay, we gotta kind of move away from that. Nowadays it kind of sucks because YouTube's algorithm, they want to not opt out gaming, but they want to have it focus more towards the real life capture.
Right.
The gaming scene itself isn't as dominant as it used to be. Now, if you see the Game Grumps, they have the Grumps. If you see Markiplier now, he's not doing a lot of video games anymore. He's doing the, live action stuff now. And they're all switching to that platform because they go to those YouTube events. They go to those YouTube meetings, those summits, to where they can ask a bunch of questions about YouTube's algorithm. What are you guys shifting towards? What's going on? How should I shift my focus and all that? And YouTube was like, well, I mean, gaming is just flooding, and all you top tier guys are going to have to start figuring something else out because you made it. Good job. But
Gotta stay on top.
you got to start, leave room for more people to kind of inch their way in there now. You know what I mean? And, that's is another thing to look at as well is a lot of people have moved towards studio sets. JonTron,
Oh my
he
god.
has
He's
his
amazing.
own filming fucking studio, dude.
It's so good.
That living room that you see is a studio set.
Yeah, it's kind of like Achievement Hunter with Rooster Teeth. They have 9 different podcast shows now.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
have Always Open. They have Off Topic, which is the one I prefer to watch.
The Rooster Teeth podcast.
The Rooster Teeth podcast. Then they have On the Spot, and then they have they just put a new one out with Jeremy and fucking, I think it's Alfredo or Trevor, and it's called Ready Set Show. And then they made the 2 movies, Laser Team. It's just like they started with 4 guys in an office talking about video games.
Yeah, it's crazy because podcasts they're hot right now.
They are.
People love them.
People actually slept on them for a little while. I remember back in when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. In the game, they gave you an iPod, and you could listen to Metal Gear Solid podcasts that were recorded for the game.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. No shit.
But people have definitely been sleeping on podcasts, because I remember middle school, high school, beginning of high school especially, people were starting to talk more and more about podcasts. Like, yeah, I've been listening to this podcast on, what is it, iMusic or Apple Music or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date with anything Apple. I'm an Android guy.
Apple Music, yeah.
But I remember going into music class, and people are just constantly talking about, like, yeah, I'm watching these podcasts now. It's where, like, they have a group of people, and they sit around and record themselves talking about topics. And they'll have a topic of the day that you can inquire onto, and you can comment about it and leave feedback. And I'm just like, huh. They're catching popularity.
Yeah. Interacting
Well,
with
this
their
is-
audience too.
This is another reason why Red Letter Media has gained a lot of popularity because the only thing that they've done is sit in a room and talk about movies. And because
Yeah.
YouTube's algorithm has switched over to that main focus, that's why That is if you see Red Letter Media's million subscriber video, it's because they're like, oh, okay. Like they've been doing the same formula for fucking years, and out of nowhere they get this gigantic boost in subscriber counts and views, and they're just like, the fuck?
What happened here? We didn't do
Like,
anything
what?
different.
Why are we big now? We're fucking 40-year-old men talking about fucking movies, you know? Like,
Oh,
While
there
we're
was,
on the,
when you said
go ahead.
40-year-old men, the only thing I thought of was Woody's Gamertag, his podcast. What was it called? They still have it going
Jesus Christ, Woody's Gamers Tag. That is a name I haven't heard
Yeah.
in a long time.
because it used to be Woody's Gamertag, Wings of Redemption.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Wings of Redemption.
And now Jordan. But yeah, I can't. It's eluding me. right
Woody's
now. What were you
Gamers,
saying?
yeah, Woody's Gamertag and White Boy 7th Street were my
Yes,
favorites.
yes. White Boy.
Oh yeah,
I remember White
7th
Boy.
Street.
So what were you gonna say, Bubbo?
while we're kind of on the topic of like the YouTube, like the shift in like how YouTube views things and stuff like that. I mean, I think right now we're seeing another huge shift. I mean, because recently, for some reason, recently it seems like there's been a nostalgia shift where people are going back to all the old things that used to kind of work, and there's been a shift in, just a lot of people doing the old stuff.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
there's been a huge, like, Minecraft came back out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I
As a
thought that was
meme.
awesome.
As a meme, and then it just blew
yeah.
up.
Yeah, like Minecraft is huge right now. Like back in the day there was the How to Minecraft Let's Play with a bunch of YouTubers and stuff like
Oh
that.
my god.
Yogg's
and
Cast.
today How to Minecraft 6 just released. And then the Yogg's Cast have actually also recently been doing a little bit of Minecraft.
No shit.
Oh,
They just
shit.
they just did a Let's Play of some maps and stuff. But like it's making everything seems to be turning 180 again, and it seems like we're going kind of backwards to the old style. And I'm definitely here for it. I hope that maybe YouTube will see that too and kind of rethink what they've been thinking recently, because back in the day you could record a 20-minute let's play video, no cuts, nothing like that, and you'd still get views. Now you have to do exactly 10 minutes of a super edited cut video. It
Yep.
has to be entertaining from start to finish to get people to watch. It has to be bright, the thumbnails have to be intricate, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like we're kind of going a little bit backwards, and I think that might be a good step for YouTube, like, going forward.
Yeah, I know what
So-
you mean. I could see that, especially because like with Jake's thumbnails, he gets creative, and I think some of the when he's showing his feeds and stuff like that in the
Right.
thumbnail, I think he kind of gets a little bit of that from the FaZe clan.
Oh hell yeah.
Right.
That
'Cause
brings views because people
I
see
know.
that.
I watched FaZe Agony for a long time. He used to do a whole bunch of that, but it was like he had his ascendancy montages, his outnumbered montages. You can't not watch a FaZe Agony montage without feeling nostalgia. And as soon as you watch one old school montage, that kickstarts all of them. You go from like Agony to I Reaps, and then from like I Reaps to Optic Predator, M40A3 Kiba. Who else is out there? Pamaj with his old montages and stuff like that.
Yep.
Catalyst.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of. But like, it's kind of crazy to see like every 5 to 7 years, it feels like everybody decides to get a little more nostalgic and bring out the old stuff.
Yep.
Markiplier recently put out a video where he was doing a VR video, and he rips his white t-shirt off and he has the Reptar tank under it, like he used to do his old videos with.
Yep.
And he was like, angsty 2016 Markiplier's back. And I'm like, oh my god, the old influx of vintage videos is basically what I'm going to call them, are coming back. And it's really cool to see that content creators have not lost touch with what got them so much success.
Right. And I think it also gives newer people more of an opening to
Yeah.
grow
yeah.
and become bigger, because I mean, I honestly, without this whole Minecraft comeback, I don't think I would be where I am, 100 subs in the last 30 days.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good things that can come from it. It gives people more hope and opportunity to do what they love doing.
And it brings the viewers back.
Mhm.
Those old
Yes.
school viewers that you lost about 3-4 years ago, they're coming back now because they see the new trend that's going. And
Yeah,
they like
For
it.
sure.
So
See,
the- Go on.
I have a very odd perspective on that. Like, media has done this for a long time. Cinemas, Hollywood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've always gone back to that nostalgia thing, and we're going through a faster version of that. For instance, you know, how many Spider-Man remakes have there been?
Oh
the
Jesus,
the
yeah.
Lion King
Um,
live action.
Lion King, Toy Story,
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
everything's coming back again.
Yeah, so the media itself will come to that. My favorite things for Markiplier for me to watch is when he's doing those 8 to 16-bit games. He gets
Oh, yeah,
so goddamn into those 8 to 16-bit horror games that I
Oh,
feel
okay.
I feel as focused as I do with him playing that than anything else.
Yeah.
Because he has that Super Nintendo nostalgic vibe to him. Whenever
you
he
can,
gets
you can definitely
yeah,
feel it in his voice too.
yeah, like when he starts playing something like that, he gets all excited about it. He's like, "Oh shit, dude!" Like those are the types of things that I watch. Like a lot of other stuff, like for instance, he got really good at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
He did
extremely.
something. He did something that Scott Cawthorne said, "Damn, I didn't know anybody could beat this game."
Yeah, especially when he beat, what was it, the original Five Nights at Freddy's 420 mode,
Yep.
Yeah,
which is
he,
night 6 with all mechs on 20.
yeah, there was a 1.5% chance he would win that night, and he played for 16 hours straight. Probably not straight because he fucking exercises and does all that shit, but like 16 hours worth of game time just for like a 20-minute video. 16 hours.
That's insane.
Shit like that is something that I could see somebody pouring their heart and soul into, and I can watch that. Sadly, the older I get, am I the oldest one here at 31?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 24.
I'm a 22 in like, what, 6 more days?
Fucking hell. At 31 years old, I've learned to see people, you know, like as they are. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Jacksepticeye did really good with the Escapists. He played that game so well. It was just unbelievable because he got into it. How the fuck am I gonna escape this prison? What the fuck I gotta do? You get real into it. And
Yeah. It's all about how you immerse yourself in your game, as how positive or negative your viewer feedback is. Like if you're super into your game and you're like finding yourself starting to commentate in your head out loud about what you're doing in the game, that's where people are just kind of like 50-50 down the middle, or just like, I love hearing these like scrambled mind jumbling like thoughts come out of your mouth that are just being audibly produced because you don't know that your filter is off and you're just talking out loud what's in your head.
Yeah.
Pretty
your
much.
audience will always know if you're enjoying a game or if you're
Oh
not.
yeah.
100% of the time.
And it's just like when everyone's starting to kind of go back to the roots, and we do have the nostalgia phase. I mean, on YouTube, you see a more positive vibe across the board.
Yeah.
Like recently, in all the videos I've been watching, where people are all the the people that changed from Minecraft to Fortnite or whatever, they're back playing Minecraft. They just seem so much happier doing it, and it makes me enjoy the content a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's
than
because they're not
before.
chasing a dub, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not trying to adapt to anything. They are doing what makes them happy to start
Right.
with.
And I think that's the sole like mantra that should be for every channel on YouTube these days, is do what makes you happy, even if it doesn't make you successful.
Yeah, because
agree.
if you enjoy what you're doing, it's gonna show in your gameplay and people are gonna like it.
pretty much, you know. And you can see that a lot because when Markiplier did the Five Nights at Freddy's, Jacksepticeye did the same thing. He did one episode. That was it.
Yep.
That's true, yeah. He didn't
And he
like it.
only did it just to get himself in the YouTube algorithm, just to get on the map.
Yep.
And I'm just like, you know, like again, if Markiplier would stick to those things, I would like it. Now he's done a few live action things that I have liked. He did the whole going on a date with Markiplier.
Yeah.
The
My
fucking
my
cat,
sis-
the cat video,
Wilfred
and dog video.
Warfstache.
Yeah, you see a lot of stuff like that. You could tell that he's into it because, you know, of how he relates to that. And I just wish that a lot of bigger YouTubers wouldn't. I mean, for God's sakes, you know, when I see PewDiePie playing Minecraft, I'm like, motherfucker, do you need that revenue?
No, no, $36 million a year. You don't need the revenue.
Do you think he's enjoying it though?
Well,
that's
I've been watching his whole Let's Play, and I will say he doesn't play it for the views. He plays it because he really enjoys it. Like he
He's
plays
for
it so
sure
much
having
on-
fun with
off
Minecraft. I've been
camera.
watching everything too.
That was actually how he started his channel back in the day. When he first started, he started uploading Minecraft
Oh,
videos.
really?
Yeah.
His first 2 videos were Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Sadly.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
His
imagine
very,
him
very
playing
first
that.
videos when it was like
Yeah.
Fetus Felix.
Oh,
Yep,
Jesus.
What I think we might actually kind of see here in the future with the new Modern Warfare coming out. Call of Duty, obviously has had its downfall in the past few years. I think we
Infinite
might
Warfare.
be seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Cough,
I
cough.
think we might in the future be seeing like a return to Call of Duty, because we've recently seen the return to Minecraft because people started going back to its roots and playing it for what it is,
Right.
Well-
not just doing it for views. But I think in Call of Duty we might see the same thing. I don't know though.
Well, they, for one, I mean, like every fucking AAA publisher, I shouldn't have to say this any more than it is on YouTube. Stop putting loot boxes in
Yes.
every fucking game that I fucking play. I
Oh,
don't
surprise
care.
mechanics.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Surprise mechanics.
I'm not
I
gonna spend more
fucking
than
hate
your
that
money that
shit.
you already want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$60 and then another $120 on top of that to get everything in the game.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
that's bullshit though. Like when they absolutely have to like paywall lock you behind guns that you could have fun with in Call of Duty. Namely, Advanced Warfare was the first offender of this, bringing out variants that had different stat boosts that would interpret how the gun played differently. Namely, the 2 big offenders, the Bal 27 Obsidian Steed and the ASM1 Speakeasy. Those 2 guns alone in base form, base variation, are already like sweat boxes. If somebody in your lobby is using a Bal or an ASM1 back in the day, you were just like in for a lobby you didn't want to enjoy at all.
Oh my god, yeah.
Jake, did you hear that Rocket League is taking out crates?
Yes.
No
Thank
shit.
fucking God.
Praise the
Thank
Lord
God.
and thank you, Jesus.
I wonder if they're gonna put like a battle pass in to start earning cars and rims.
Well,
and stuff.
they already have like
Yeah.
a battle pass like Fortnite, but I think there's gonna be like a shop like Fortnite does with the skins. I think that's how you're gonna get like new decals and shit.
I would rather
Hate
have that.
shit.
I'd rather have that.
I
than
would
their
rather
boxes.
have that so I know what the hell I'm buying.
You know how many crates I have in my inventory that are just sitting there?
Oh
yeah,
it's
my
exactly.
God.
'Cause I don't want to open them because I know I'm just gonna get shit. I'd rather just purchase something that I know I'm gonna get.
I remember it was like either last winter or the winter before last where there was just like a solid 4-month period where Jake played Rocket League for like 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yep.
It was like stream for 7 hours, Rocket League. 3 hours
That's
after
how
the
he
stream's
got to,
over,
like,
still
1,200
playing
hours.
Rocket League.
Dude,
I
I was
miss-
going.
I
ham.
literally miss the days where there wasn't any of the shop shit. I'm already paying
I know.
$60 for your fucking game. You remember the original Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
You saw somebody with a gold-plated fucking AK, you said, God damn, that motherfucker got 6,000 headshots to get that
Yeah,
shit.
he earned that
Yep.
shit.
Because there was
That
one.
shit is what I fucking love about video games. Now, like for instance, let's take a more meta approach to this. Crash Bandicoot's insane fucking
Trilogy.
Nitro Kart Racing, whatever the fuck
That
it
was
is.
so
Oh,
fucking good,
Good
dude.
game. Good game.
That game was so awesome because if you could always go back to it and unlock more stuff.
Mhm.
And Activision, when they released the newer version of it, it was the same way. I was like, fucking hell, I might actually get this game.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 weeks. I'm sorry, like 2 months later, they go, oh shit, fucking now you can go buy Wumpa coins at the shop so you can get whatever you want. So now when I see the asshole next to me that's got this really cool skin, I'm not seeing a guy that's earned it. I go, oh, like, okay, I'll put this into perspective for all of you. When you see a 16-year-old kid, fresh, brand new permit or license, driving a fucking Lamborghini, you don't say, wow, that guy's got somewhere with his life. You say, What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, yeah. Jake
is-
remembers this story. We went to a festival last year with a buddy of ours, and there was a dude showing off in a yellow Lamborghini that said "fake Lambo" on the license plate.
Yup.
Well, our buddy Tucker had like a PA system in his Jeep, so he gets on it and he goes, "Hey buddy, I like your lawnmower."
Because it literally sounded like a lawnmower because he was revving that shit. The
Yeah,
whole fucking
at
time.
Idle, which is I think a Lamborghini, it might have been like a Murcielago convertible or whatever they call them. But at Idle, it sounded like a fucking lawnmower with the PTO engaged mowing lawn. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, and again, a guy probably driving that would probably just fucking drop the clutch at a fucking stoplight. You know, like what a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Fry your clutch. Enjoy that $5,000 clutch replacement, bud.
so yeah, you know what I mean? Like like games these days is why I can't play a lot of them anymore because they're just so fucking stupid. Now,
Yeah.
I will give certain props to like Killing Floor 2. They've added a way to earn it in a way that you don't have to get yourself through this fucking paywall.
Oh
You can
yeah,
go-
the DOS
you can-
vault.
Yeah, you can go through Steam's. You can get like, so for instance, you got like one of those like crates, and you need a USB key.
Yes.
Well, you can trade and sell with other players. That I don't mind because then I might have something that this one guy wants. He might have something that I want.
Mhm.
We trade off. I get something cool. I get to unlock that, and there we go. That's fine.
Mhm.
But putting up any kind, I've already paid $60 fucking for your game. I'm not spending an extra dollar. I'm not spending 50 cents. But some of them on the Crash Bandicoot were 35 fucking dollars for a goddamn car skin.
No, you're
Are
kidding.
you serious? This is
Some
like
of them,
CS:GO level bullshit.
and not only that, and I don't mean like, oh no, he's spending $35 to get that skin. No, he's spending $35 to get 16,000 Wumpa coins
Okay.
so he can get that skin.
Yeah, he's paying for a shortcut within the game. Is what he's doing.
Right.
And it sucks
So-
because I play Assassin's Creed Odyssey a lot lately, and they have shortcuts in the game. The in-game currency you can buy to purchase shortcuts and weapons and certain armor sets that are like exclusive to the Ubisoft store. You buy with something called Helix credits, and you can buy packs of like $5, $10, $20. Sometimes they'll have a hot sale for $19.99. You get like 1,000 extra Helix credits for the $20 price,
Right.
or they'll have the $50 and the $100 ones for people who just want to completely blow through the game, not enjoy it, and get the video views. Is pretty much how I would put it.
Well, no, it's not even that. I was watching reviews on that. I was watching some lengthy fucking videos on Odyssey. After like level 30 or 50 or something like that, you can't progress through the story. You
Yeah.
have to be like level fucking 80.
Yeah,
So the only way to do that,
is to buy experience
it-
shortcuts.
right? So Ubisoft was like, you know what? We invented this new thing. We'll call it the story creator tool. Well, you'll be able to make your own stories and mod your own stuff. So what they did, because anybody that was given a tool like that, said, shit, we'll have you do like a 5-minute mission. You'll get like 60 times as
Much
60
XP.
times the amount of XP in 5 minutes, and there you go. You can go and complete your game. Nope.
Yeah.
Fucking shut that shit down in 2 days. They said, "Oh no, you guys are violating the
Terms of service. Or whatever it's
fucking
called.
hell. God damn, my bank account's dropping. Yeah, you guys are violating some kind of guidelines. We don't allow those kinds of shortcuts." And I was like, you motherfucker, you got a whole goddamn shop full of fucking shortcuts, but you can't allow somebody to make their own?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you know what I
kinda
mean?
Like
Like,
in Infamous 1 and 2 back on the PS3 and Xbox 360, they had something in the game called UGC, which was user generated content. Essentially, you could make your own story mission, you could make your own like course to run, and it was cool to see what people were doing because you'd actually get like a little niche group of people in the community that were making like really cool parkour maps or really cool like speedrun maps or challenge maps, and it's like trying to force you to use your brain and pick apart how the powers work. But
Yeah.
now it's just like, oh yeah, You can buy shortcuts. You don't need to know
Yep.
how to play the game. You don't need to know A plus B, C, D, and F. You know, it's like,
Yep.
yep, here you go.
See-
Spend money on top of the $60 you paid for this game if you didn't pre-order it and get a special edition.
I want to know how many people actually buy that.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
You need to start looking into gambling addiction.
Oh,
There is actually new psychological evaluation tests being done throughout a lot of terms. The UK didn't ban loot boxes, which was really disappointing to me because they
Yeah.
didn't see it as a gambling mechanic. Because for one, the data that they had, that data that they gave them was pretty much fucking bullshit. We don't know what are in these crates ourselves. It's all completely randomized. I was like, you made the algorithm.
Yeah, you
make
made
the
so-
odds.
Yeah, you literally made your own dice in your own world, and you're telling me that it just goes to something random?
No, that's not
That
how
doesn't make
computer
sense.
generation works.
Right. And you can have a random number generator all you want.
Yeah.
Because games like Enter the Gungeon, again, a great game that I love playing because there's no fucking paywall. I can play the game for fucking hours on goddamn end because of how fucking addicting that game is.
It's really fun to watch too.
You know, like stuff like that is pretty much tied to a huge addiction. And it is because we're, you know, with technology, we're going beyond the realm of drugs and other stuff.
Right.
Because, for instance, for people who live in New York, or for the people that don't live in New York, in Seneca County, we got ourselves a brand new casino. Spanking new. Man, do they have shows every month with singers from all across the world. People come in, they play their casino slots, they play the card games. And you know what? Several businesses have gone out of business because that casino, mind you, there's been one in fucking Victor for God knows how fucking long.
Oh yeah, that casino's been there for like probably 50 or 60 years.
I didn't
Right.
even know there was one there.
Really?
One
Which one is it?
opens up
Finger
in
Lakes
Seneca
Racetrack.
County, and all of a sudden, I'm having family issues with people that are struggling with that, people that have spent their entire life savings at this casino. Because out of the blue, you have this place. For me, it'd be a 5-minute drive. I could go to what the fuck's the casino called?
Lago.
Del Lago.
Yeah, the Lago Casino and Resort. It's the ease of access that gets people. It's
Mhm.
the fact that you can go somewhere and spend money. When I go to a casino, I got $5 on me. I get $10, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's how I did it too. I went out
You know what I
there for
mean?
the first time with like $20 in hand and turned it into over $300. And I was like, cash out, bye-bye.
Yeah.
So there are marketing moguls and people who can interpret people's brains and their physiologies to understand the way the brain works. For instance, when Del Lago opened, the first month, there were people that I used to work with as waitresses, mind you, that won 16 grand here, somebody won 13 grand there, somebody won 20 grand, somebody won 10 grand, right? Everybody saw advertisements for that shit. There was a fucking YouTube ad on it out of fucking nowhere. It said, oh, yes, this person, a local to you, just won 20 grand. Don't you want to go there?
No.
After that month ended, it stopped. And
Very
that was just
abruptly.
enough to get into people's heads to get out, to go there, and to dump all their money because they wanted to be that person. Well, they
Mhm.
stopped showing ads for Del Lago. They'll now have like a 5-second ad. Go, oh hey, there's this guy playing on live up on Sunday. Okay, all right, bye. And that's it.
Yeah.
So when you look at how loot boxes are, it's the same goddamn concept of an idea. Here's a free loot crate. Your very first one. Wow, wasn't that exciting? God, you must have gotten a really epic or legendary item in it, didn't you? And then they're like, okay, here's a second one. Ooh, that's so lucky.
You fucking smoking yet?
Yeah.
You smoking yet?
So yeah, you have to, look at that with loot boxes. It may not be the same concept
It's gambling. There's no ifs,
what it
ands, or
comes
buts
down to at
about
the
it.
end of the day is it's a random mechanic that
Right.
if you're earning them, no problem. If you're
Right.
shelling money out of pocket for, you're gambling.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
And that's what sucks is
Yeah.
All right, guys. It has been an hour and 13 minutes.
Holy shit! It's been an hour already.
Yeah. All these podcasts are going to run up from at least an hour, so that way we can get all of our topics in and we can talk about everything that we need to talk about. But that's going to be it for this podcast today. I hope you guys enjoyed everything we talked about. We kind of ran through a list in the beginning, and then we started talking about things that were on our mind near the end, which is going to be how this goes. We get the important stuff out of the way in the beginning, and then you guys can just listen to us talk and bullshit the whole time, which is
pretty much
basically what you guys want to actually hear.
So before I don't mean to cut you off real quick, but before we end here, I got a question. Are we going to collectively just like see you later, or is everybody going to be like, all right, blah blah blah, have a good one later? You know, kind of like everybody kind of leaves one at a time, or are we just going to collectively bye?
Oh, we're going to collectively go bye. So
okay.
So at the end, all right, everybody say their piece, and we'll get going here.
Nose goes.
Nose goes.
Nose go.
Well, first of all, I'm going to be the guy that is going to be on Jake's channel that is going to promote his own channel. Guys, leave a comment down on what you thought about.
Oh, this is going on the ScaRy channel.
Yeah. So, on the ScaRy channel, I want to hear some comments down below about our topics that we discuss and what you specifically think about them.
What do you want to hear?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I definitely want to read, and if you guys have any topics that you guys would like for us to discuss, leave them down in the comments below, because we will look them over and see what you guys have to say about it.
And try to make them at least reasonable content for us guys, especially because like Jake's got to sit and edit all of this. So don't like.
It's not going to be too much editing when it comes to a podcast, thankfully. Just like certain Freudian slips, which aren't. I mean, we're going to be going live with these here soon, in like next two podcasts, once we get this formula
okay,
down.
well, next podcast will be my last one, so see you later, guys.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just let us know what you guys think, and we will see you guys in the next podcast that we do. So, have a good one.
Later.
See ya.
See ya.